The Ancient Temple Association is now located in a campus of more than 1 hectare, in Qua Wa Dong Hamlet, Qua Sun Commune, Chao Tan District. Hoi Pagoda attracts visitors by its solemn, ancient and strange appearance. To Hoi Ton Pagoda, visitors have to step through a large courtyard to enter the main hall. In the garden area, visitors will be immersed in the pure scenery of the meditation place with many ancient trees and ornamental flowers with rich and diverse shapes and colors. Here, visitors will encounter a poplar tree that is over 200 years old, which is said to have been planted by the second abbot of the ancient Ton Pagoda, the great ancestor Kan Hung. Or a star fruit tree that is more than 150 years old, and 2 sala trees full of flowers around the trunk. In particular, here are decorated temples and many statues of Buddha. To the right of the path is a shrine to worship the water god, and between the 2 sala trees is a statue of Buddha entering nirvana, an open-air statue of Avalokitesvara Bodhisattva. A statue of Sakyamuni, the master of enlightenment. On the left is a temple to worship the sun god and Buddha statue meditating under the Bodhi tree. The main hall of the pagoda has a roof system built into 3 overlapping roofs in the style of snail in the shelf, the roof system with curved blades in the motif of soft curving lotus flowers. Above the roof is a lotus flower blooming in the sky. Below is a large lotus, creating a quiet and contemplative space of the monastery. Inside the main hall, the statue of Shakyamuni Buddha, who openly enlightened the path of compassion, is sitting on a high lotus, surrounded by a halo of countless Buddhas and Bodhisattvas. The 2 sides worship 2 gods. Bodhisattva Manjushri is carved in stone, riding on the master's body, symbolizing human wisdom, and Bodhisattva Samantabhadra is sitting on a white statue, symbolizing the heart of compassion and compassion for all sentient beings. In particular, there is a temple to worship the Buddha and Bodhisattva relics, which were first invited by the abbot of Hoi Ton Pagoda to worship in the province. In addition, the 2 sides of Shakyamuni Buddha are 2 bodhisattvas, Sariputta and Bodhisattva Muk Keen Lien. These 2 bodhisattvas, one of whom is considered to have the most wisdom, more than 40 years of being close to Tai Tun, taking care of the Dharma, being famous for respecting the teacher, and a person with a compassionate heart, great filial piety to his parents, created the Vu Lan season for Buddhism. Behind Shakyamuni Buddha, the right side worships Dong Phuong Medicine Master Buddha. This is a Buddha who takes care of health, eliminates diseases, karma to help body and mind be happy. The left side worships Amitabha Buddha in the middle. The 2 sides are Bodhisattva Avalokitesvara and Bodhisattva Dai the Kai, which represents the world's sustainability, peace and long life. Limitless. In front of Shakyamuni Buddha, the left side worships Long Wa Maitreya Tun Buddha, symbolizing the future of peace and joy. On the right side is worshipping Yu Min Di Tang Bodhisattva, in order to save and convert sentient beings. Here, on both sides are statues of 2 gods wearing martial arts uniforms, holding swords. These are 2 good friends, good and evil. Possession, evil retribution embodies the ancient Buddhist philosophy. Good deeds will be enjoyed, and evil deeds will be retribution. At these 4 altars, there are a total of 26 ancient statues including Buddha statues, Maitreya, Quan Am, Ho Fap, Longdan, Nam Dao, Bak Do, etc. dating back hundreds of years, are worshipped here. In addition, on the roof of the main hall is a miniature sky, on which there are clouds showing images of Buddhas. It can be said that the arrangement of worshipping statues at Hoi Ton Pagoda is somewhat similar to the layout in Vietnamese temples in the north and central region, because the Zen masters who founded the pagoda in the south mostly came from this place. Behind the main hall is the road group, in the middle of worshipping Patriarch Dat Ma. Below are the images and spirits of the abbots at the temple. Thus, the ancestral house of Hoi Ton Pagoda as well as many other temples in the south in general and Ben Tre in particular is pre-Buddhist, later to, different from the north, pre-Buddhist, post-saint. At the temple, there are still many Buddha treasures of great artistic value and age. In the main hall of the temple, there is a pharmacist lamp more than 3 meters high. This is one of the characteristics of some ancient temples in the south because this is a new land, where many diseases arise. The medicine lamp is intended to pray to medicine master Lu Li Kuang Fat to eliminate diseases, save suffering and rescue people in the early period of reclaiming this land. Besides, there is also Dai Hong Chung by the monk Kan Hong, the second abbot, cast in bronze in hue in 1805, weighing more than 100 kilograms, which is considered a precious antique. The common Dai Hong Ki is represented by 2 dragons fighting back to back. The 2 heads are facing in 2 directions. The common Dai Hong body is divided into 2 parts, upper and lower. Each part is divided into 4 cells. On the top are embossed Chinese characters. Faith in worshipping Nguyen Banda is the most popular. Vo Ti Wei is universally present. The 10 directions are worthy of the great Hong general worship. Hoi Ton self monk Khan Hung proves it. Za Long at Su 9, 1805, is the first decade of the moon to make offerings. Bao Chung has a later date, is cast in bronze, has a dragon-shaped curved handle, and 2 ends facing both sides. On the body, there are prominent lines dividing the bell into 2 parts. Each part is divided into 4 cells. Each box in the upper part has 4 bats in the 4 corners, 4 words spring, summer, autumn and winter divided equally in each box. The bottom 4 boxes are carved with lotus flowers, dragon horses, dragons, and phoenixes. Around the base, there is a tape in the shape of the letter S on the bell. There is a line inscribed with the date, Long Phi Din Hoi in the 4 moons and 10 sands of the day created. Thus, the bell was cast right in April, Din Hoi year 1887. In particular, the pagoda also keeps a rectangular diaphragm, created by the Venerable Long Thien in the year of the Tiger, 1782, with a length of 1 meter 60, a width of 0 meters 80, painted in gold. Surrounded by 10 bending dragons. It shows the human perspective, the cosmological view of 4 directions of heaven, 10 directions of Buddha of Buddhist philosophy. In the middle of the canvas, there is a line of Chinese characters, Hoi Ton 2, on both sides of the picture. There are 2 stray lines, 2 Nam Dan year, lunar month San Dan, and 10 Fuang is a co-created path. In addition, at the temple, there is also a wooden set of sutras made in the year of the rat year 1876. The set of the Diocese of Helvang is made of bronze in a sitting position. The terracotta water jar has a reddish-brown color, the neck is tight, the body is enlarged, the shoulders are gradually shrinking towards the bottom. Around the shoulder there are 4 embossed pattern marks. The jar was created in 1886, during the life of monk Tam Din. In addition, the pagoda also preserves many sets of statues dating back to the 19th century such as Amitabha Buddha, Guan Yin, Jade Emperor, Nam Dao, Bac Do statues. All of which have been preserved until today. Up to now, the pagoda has undergone 9 restorations and embellishments, the first time in 1786 under the monk Long Thien and the first major restoration under the monk Khan Hung in 1805. In this restoration, Hoi Ton ancient letters from a workshop have the shape of 4 pillars, changed to the shape of the word nail, ding. In September 2009, the pagoda was restored and embellished again with a completely different design than before. Currently, Hoi Ton Pagoda is a temple built in a modern architectural style but with bold ancient features of a traditional southern temple. In order to have an airy and dignified space, the pagoda is continuing to be restored and embellished. The sets of ancient Buddha statues are carefully preserved by the monks and smoked incense daily. In the coming time, when Kwan Am, Maitreya and Dalok palaces are completely built, all the sets of ancient statues at the temple will be rearranged in a reasonable order, so that tourists inside and outside the province when you have the opportunity to visit the temple, you can admire the statues associated with many generations of abbots and the piety hearts of the residents here throughout the centuries in history. Coming to Hoi Ton Ancient too, visitors also encounter shrines worshipping Tui God, Sundan, Nak Hoangda, Nam Dao, Bac Do, etc., which are gods in folk beliefs and in Taoism. In the place of worshipping Buddha, creating a simplicity and harmony between folk beliefs and religion in the lives of the people here. Every year, on holidays, thousands of tourists inside and outside the province visit the temple to worship the Buddha in order to pray for good things for themselves, their families and also to remember their roots and ancestors. People have openly explored this land in the process of formation and development, in addition to propagating the Buddha Dharma. Hoi Ton Pagoda has made many contributions to the struggle for national liberation. During the resistance war against the French, the abbots of the pagoda many times together with compatriots and Buddhists donated material to support the insurgent army to participate in the uprising led by Tu Koa Huan. In particular, during the uprising in Ba Chao, Jiang Trom district under the banner of Tan Ke, La Quan Quang, the ancient temple society had 10 students participated and fell down. In the Buddhist revival movement in the south, the monks abbot of Hoi Ton Pagoda also hired people to engrave and print sutras from wood, sending sutras to pagodas to join the movement. Today, Hoi Ton Pagoda is where the office of the Buddhist Representative Board of Chao Ton District is located. The pagoda has actively participated in local social charity movements, with a long history and precious artifacts dating back hundreds of years still existing to this day. Hoi Ton Pagoda deserves to be an ancient temple on Kwa Sun land that needs to be preserved and preserved. Source: blog.mytour.vn